Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be going over this thread again. We have just gone over it. I don't know exactly how I'm going to space out the videos, but in this thread they talked about the pretty much the plans for single player and the engine of the game for the near future. They have done this before, and this is part 3. Usually what is said here is what is going to be added to the game to a T. Again, some stuff might be changed, it is what it is, but for the other 2 iterations of this, they have followed up on their word for whatever was on the list. If you missed this video of me talking about this, I am going to link it down below for you guys. But today we are going to keep scrolling down. We're going to see some more dev replies to people's questions and get some more information on some of these new features that we will see soon-ish. Either very soon in the next patch or in the next couple of patches, right? All right, let's do it. So first, okay, we have a player and then we have a developer. So the player states, can we get some more details on this? Are we talking forced, abdication, or voluntary? All right, so one of the new things that they did introduce is abdication, and this pretty much means, as we did a Google search in the last video, you as the kingdom leader being removed, right? Either voluntary or non-voluntary, but the dev responds saying that this is going to be voluntary. Currently, it is quite difficult for the player king to remove himself from such a position. For instance, if they prematurely created a kingdom or simply want to return to another play style. Yes, if you do that, you will become at war with your current kingdom and you will be pretty much left with nothing. So I do agree with this. There should be a little better of a system, and I think that's what they're going to work on. Cool. I like it. So it's another way to just continue the game. Let's say you created a kingdom. You don't want to be a part of it anymore. You just excommunicate, and you can keep playing that same save without it being kind of, you know, in a way ruined, right? But I think it is a good feature. We're going to see exactly how it's implemented. I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy, but it's going to be, you know, a little bit of a feature. So very cool. What else we got? Looking forward to Sandbox. I am as well. Shout out to you. I see you all the time in my Discord, my guy. And if you guys do want to join my Discord, it is always down below in the description. We talk about Bannerlord like every day, so check it out. What else we got? I think we got the next page. Where is it at? Okay, here we go. So player states, great, this is what I was hoping for. A follow-up question. Will the previous kingdom still exist if there are any other clans in it? I expect it to be destroyed if only the player is in it and leaves. Dev says, this seems likely to me, but features are subject to change as they are developed. Okay, so he doesn't really know the answer to it yet, but pretty much what the player asked was, okay, so if we start a kingdom and there's nobody else in the kingdom, when we leave it, does it get destroyed or what happens to it, right? And if we have any fiefs, what happens to those fiefs, right? Because if you leave the kingdom, do you still own those fiefs if you were the only player, or do you not own them anymore? So a couple of questions. Obviously, he probably doesn't have the answer to it yet, but they are probably starting to code and starting to work on the feature itself, and that is probably one of their goals. So we're going to get information as time goes on, right? And then we have another player saying, can we get more information about what this is about? And let me just try to find what player that was. What was his name? Xdaron. Just so I know exactly what he's talking about. I think it's another page. Where is it at? Okay, so he's talking about one of the other features was a thing called Iron Man mode, which was a difficulty setting. And the player states, can we have more information about this? And the dev responds. Okay, so the dev responds, at the moment, the focus is on the single save file, but other aspects are being discussed as well. Personally, I feel that a lot of these could just be separate difficulty options, though. Interesting. A single save file. Oh, so you can like do something and then reload it if you want to do it again. So it'd just be like, you know, whatever progress you made is whatever progress you made. Interesting. But he says, personally, I feel that a lot of these could just be separate difficulty options, though. Okay, or it could be just a harder difficulty option. Okay. What else we got? We got a lot more. Here we go. So another player. Yeah, pre-battle placement is make or leave broken feature. Where we start on the map is just not okay at all, and we need to control over it. I don't think Terrorworlds seem to even understand what is wrong with their default placement information ideas. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I don't think it's that bad. Is it that bad? I don't know. I'm not a huge formation guy. I'm gonna say it right there, and I think a lot of people who watch the channel already know. I'm not a huge formation guy. Another game that like has a lot of formations is what is that, Warhammer? That game. I never really got into it, and I never really put on this channel, even though a lot of the fans that like Bannerlord and Warband in general, they like Warhammer. I just never got into it because all the formations, all of that. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but that being said, I do agree that, you know, there are some problems. I don't specifically understand all the problems because I don't put too much effort into that part of the game, but I do see why people do like that part of the game, because there are other games that probably do it a lot better, right? As in Warhammer and all of that, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let me know. Maybe I'm even saying the game's name wrong. I just, you know, that's the game that you guys have told me about, told me to play it. I've seen some gameplay of it, and unfortunately, it's just not for me. I know a new version. I know. The third iteration of the game is coming out soon as well, so a lot of people are hyped about that. But let's stay on topic here. So the dev replies to that: I would be happy to forward any well-composed feedback you may have in mind to the relevant people. We do have some more things in mind for deployment, but I would rather see the development take a bit more shape before sharing too much of it. The general topic falls under order of battle, which is a part of our current priorities. Okay, so order of battle is the system that has to do with formation stuff. That's what I thought it was, because it was listed. I'm not going to go back to the first page, but it was listed order of battles is like a thing that they're going to add or improve. So that's what it is. Okay. Then we have another player. They actually said banners were low priority the last time it came up. True. It is not the biggest priority. I understand people want it. It's a nice aesthetic, but again, it's not the biggest priority. But the dev state, I can't speak for others, but I have always maintained that they are pending another related feature. For instance here, which I believe he is referring to. But I've always maintained that they were pending another related feature. Oh, okay, so they're pretty much saying that they can't, that they're waiting to add them, but first they have to add a different feature to, I guess, make them work the way they're supposed to work or something of that nature. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. Then he brought up a response that he had. What's it called? I guess from earlier, and he says, rest assured, banners and sandbox mode are both much higher priority than the bug you reported. Banners, however, are pending a more complex feature. I'm pretty sure the complex feature has to do with kind of like, because people don't want just the player to hold the banner. They want your troops to hold the banner too, right? And that would mean that troops would have to either get an extra weapon slot to hold the banner when the battle starts, or they would have to replace one of their weapons with that banner, or it would be a whole different feature related to that, and then they could use that to then add more stuff than just banners. You know what I mean? So I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe add some drums or some, you know what I mean? Like some kind of like, that'd be kind of cool. But he did state that banners and sandbox mode are both a high priority. There it is. Yeah, what's up with no sandbox or no banners? I thought you said they were a priority now. Well, he did say sandbox in this, but banners were definitely not mentioned in this post. But as you can tell by his post right here, that yes, it's still on plan, but it's just they have to add another system before it can be implemented. Okay. Next, you have a player. When crafting gets reworked or updated, is there any plans now or in the future to craft ranged weapons or armor? I can already answer this for you. No, this is not planned. They are not planning of doing that, which is unfortunate. It really is, but they have stated in the past a couple of times where an armor smith, and it's not going to happen, unfortunately. But let me tell you, for all you mod creators out there, it's going to get a lot of downloads, I'm just saying. But, okay, so player continues, I've been basically buying as many wood workshops as possible to get a good selection of ranged weapons towards the mid-game, but I have only seen the noble longbow once without marrying or taking my wives. Okay, the reason, okay, so the second reason, or like the second thing he talked about was like finding a very good bow, or just, you know, overall very good weapon, and even good armor. Right now, the game has a literally less than half of a percent. It's like 0.44%, not 44%, 0.44% chance that's a high level armor, weapon, or anything you drops from a lord, and or can be found at even you know, what do you call it, a marketplace. That is being changed to a good, decent 5 to 10% very soon, as said by a different developer. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, it doesn't have much to do with wood workshops and stuff in that area. It's not really connected to that system. But all right, so dev responds currently that is not planned. Obviously talking about what's it called? A crafting system for ranged weapons or armor. Parts of the talent. Okay, I cannot read. Jesus. Part of the challenge is that, for example, the armors in the game are a simple piece, whereas crafting requires individual pieces that can be mixed and matched. Okay, interesting. You could do it though in a way, right? You would just have to add a lot more materials into the game. And maybe instead of pieces, it can be like layered, right? Like you can have cloth, you can have metal plating, you can have this, and that, right? It could be done, but I get where he's coming from. It's probably, you know, they just decided to give this. Unfortunately, they didn't do the whole thing, which is unfortunate. Don't get it twisted. I think they should have had the ability to craft ranged weapons and armor as well, which is unfortunate, but that was the choice that was made. And very famous quotes that you guys love to hear. It is what it is. All right. And I think that's going to do it for me. I think there's a lot more posts as we go further. I will probably make that into another video because there's a lot more. That video is probably going to be a lot longer than this one. But if I continue doing all those posts, then this video is going to become like 40 minutes. And no. I'm gonna lose my voice if I do a video that long. But yeah, hopefully this was informative. Got some more information. I will give you guys a part 3 to this as well, coming very soon. And what's it called? Ask me any questions, any concerns, and like always, stay safe.